hope you're having a great day today. It is Friday. Happy Friday morning to you. I hope that your morning is going well. My morning is going amazing. You ever wake up and just have a good day? That was today. It was not a rough night. It was one of those nights where yesterday, I think I finished the video and then swam in the pool, took a little break, and had like got the kids, they came home, everybody devoured the subs. There's no sub buns left. There was one child, actually, they were kind of full because they ate, and they didn't even get a sub bun because they all got eaten real quick. So I need to make some more subs today because they grabbed bread. They had homemade bread with it, but I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. You guys never go through sub buns like that ever. So I need to make more sub buns today. But anyways, and then it was raining and it was pouring raining. Thunderstorm, gloomy, doomy, Florida rain. And so it was one of those, like, I was done editing. Usually I have to edit for a while upstairs and I gotta stay up until 7 o'clock or so, but I was like finished. So I just was in my room. Poor Maxine was having a hard time with her thing. I've looked up the thunder. You guys told me about a thunder coat for her. Is that what it's called? Thunder coat? Yeah, so that's on the list. I gave her like the calming chew, but it doesn't seem like it kicks in until like way later. Even so, it's one of those things, like, it says it's gonna storm. Is it? You could very well say it and then not at all. I've had that happen many times. So so I gave it to her as soon as I knew it was gonna start, but it's like it did not kick in until way later. So she was just beside herself. So she just shook. And so finally I sat in my chair and I just held her and I'm like, I made her stay. Every time she went to get down, I'm like, no. So I made her stay with me. And then she stayed for a while and she was able to relax. And so I'm like sitting in my chair all like, you know when you hold like a baby and you're all like awkward sitting position and you're holding and you're like, oh my goodness, my neck is creaky and this is not good. And I was gonna sit there and read my Bible and I was like, I can't do this right now. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go climb in bed and just lay in there with her and we'll read tomorrow morning. So did that. She stayed up there for a long time and then she left and disappeared. Woke up it's like you go to bed early, you know, when you fall asleep at like 8. I know, my kids are always like, wow, Mom, you're old. I'm like, I know, that's called tired, exhausted. So fell asleep at 8 and then woke up at like 2 and she was in her little bed next to me on the floor and I'm like, oh, she's like zonked out. So it was one of those nights and then I like woke up and I was like, wow, it's the weekend. I don't have to get up and go anywhere. I don't have to get up and take anybody anywhere. I'm like, this will be so nice because Greg's worked a lot this week. I'm working a lot this week. And I was thinking, oh, we'll have the weekend. But then I like fell back asleep and I heard his alarm go off and he got up and I was like, what is he doing? And I'm like, oh, it's only Friday. So I was like, no. And I'm like, I mean, it's still fine. And I was like, okay. So I literally like by 4 o'clock this morning, jumped out of bed, like on fire, got my coffee, had a cup of coffee, sat and talked with him and, you know, just sharing things and just having a good time. So it was just one of those mornings of like wake up early and like rock and roll and I'm like, oh, you gotta go? I gotta go. I got things to do. So we went for a walk. Maxine and I did early. She was a little tired, but she got up. I want to get her moving because it's going to be another spicy hot day here and rain again. So we went for a nice long walk and not a walk. We did a shorter walk. It was real muggy today. So we just did a normal 15-minute walk, got back home and sat and read my Bible a little bit. You need encouragement? Anybody need encouragement? I need an encouragement. Go to Psalm 37. Is that what it was? 36? Psalm 37. Psalm 37. Hopefully that's the one. Trust in the Lord. Yeah, trust in the Lord, rely on him. That's what there's like a whole thing there, lots of good stuff. So Psalm 37, go read that one. That was a good one. So did that and I'm like, okay, I got stuff to do. I had to go fix the Wi-Fi because there was so much lightning and thundering that it like kicked the Wi-Fi. You gotta like even though it's shuts power off, turns it back on, it gets weird sometimes. You have to push that reset button, you know, like with the pin. So I'm like, those poor kids, probably all last night, nobody knows to do that. I'm like, I fell asleep early, the ones that don't have internet. I'm like, you probably were needing to watch something last night. So nobody woke me up. So they must have been tired. They're tired. My kids are definitely tired from being at camp all week. And so whenever you have an area where there's 1,000, I think there's 1,200 kids. Yeah, 1,200 kids. There is sickness to be abound. So it's one of those things where you know it's going to happen. You know, my kids they get sickness, but obviously not as much as a quote unquote normal child would be because they're not in school. So they're at home, but they are at church and they're with a bunch of kids, you know, at church. And so there's a lot of people there. So they do get more, but it's one of those things like we went to the doctor for their checkup and they were like going through like, are they allergic to penicillin or anything? And so I was laughing. I'm like, yeah, but they were like, you know, the last time they had it, they were like 6, you know what I mean? So it's like, we don't go to the doctor for every little thing. We do when they need to, obviously, but colds and that, I feel like you just naturally, you know, your first kids, you took them all the time, right? Were you one of those? I was one of those. My first 2 kids, we took the doctor every single time. They got a sniffle, we're at the doctor's. That time, it's been 30 years, right? 30 years, yes. You would take them all the time, and they put them on amoxicillin just for every little earache, every little thing. Then they realized, you know what, too much of that is a bad thing. You just naturally get over it. I know. So by the last child, they rarely go to the doctor, rarely go. And so it's one of those things where obviously if they need to, we take them. We understand and know when to, and we just don't. We don't have to. So the one got, they came home early actually, and they got, they're feeling a little bit of the throatness, so, and like the stuffy. I was like, okay, let the sickness begin. So then I was just kidding. I went to pick them up, and the other ones, and I said, well, do you want to pick it first, or I'm going to go get a slushie for the one, because they were, they wanted a slushie, some cold in their throat. And so they're like, actually, let me get one too, because I'm feeling it. I'm sure the other one is. And so I'm like, okay. So we'll see. We'll see how everybody feels today. It's one of those things. It's gonna happen. You're worn down. They're getting up at 6 in the morning. They're leaving. They're gone all day till 4, sometimes till 9 at night. It's a long day. Anybody long, right? Especially kids. And then throw in 1,200 kids. You got a recipe for sickness. So it's one of those things like, okay, what are you gonna do? So we'll see how the day rolls. I anticipate them sleeping for a little while today. Hopefully they'll probably wake up because they're ready, but I want them to rest, obviously. Take their time. I'm still in charge this weekend. I'm always in charge, but not always in charge, but always in charge, you know, for the house. I'm gonna get everything done still. Remember, I had a whole week of myself, so I'm still gonna do everything today and not expect anything, because, you know, it's another restful day for them. We're gonna make food, and we're just gonna get going. I had to do some laundry because I was totally out of shorts for myself. I'm like, I need to go throw myself in some laundry here. So let's go to the kitchen and let's go start our day. You ready? All right, let's go. All right, on your way, stop and grab yourself all the bags you put up to dry over it. That one's still wet. You have to have it on something, I realize, like a cup or something. I need to just get that out and do that. Otherwise they don't dry. So I've got 2 here. I've already made my bed. Maxine's asleep in. I got the window blind shut. Go in the kitchen here. Gotta shut some blinds, turn some lights on. Let me shut these blinds over here. It's one of those things during the day. It doesn't do well for filming whatsoever. Like the mountain house, it was very dark because we lived on a mountain. We had a lot of trees and shade and stuff like that. And so here it's just like abundant. Let me cut my, hold on. Here it's just sunshine, which I'm thankful for, but for filming for you guys, it is not so good. So I like to have the windows open because I like to see, but in the summer it's hot, and it's very hot, and it costs money. So usually, this is how I do my blinds. These ones I leave up at like later in the day, about 6 o'clock, so I can at least see out. I shut the front one because the sun's going down, you can't see. So now in the morning, I open up this one in the front over there, so I have this one open so I can at least see. I feel like when you have a closed house, you can't see anything. It's just like you're living in a box. So this I leave open because there's not much sun coming in there. My bedroom, I just leave the one on the side open. You can't see anything. We have a neighbor, but you can't see the way the fence is and how the height of the window and height of everything. You can't see anything. And so that side, and I shut the back one because that gets real hot. And so upstairs, I think my office I leave open because it's on this side. Yes, this side. So about halfway down. The boys, I'm trying to think, theirs is on this side, so they leave theirs open or shut up, depending what they're. The girls, same thing. I think Maddie's on this side too. Maddie's on this side, so she leaves hers a little bit down too. And I mean during the daytime, and then the living room we shut those down because there's so much sun coming in. So it just helps with the electric bill because it's hot, and they're the coated Mylar blinds, which definitely glad we got those because that helps hugely on the electric bill, because the electric bill can get very, 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 very high. I'm very thankful Greg fixed our air conditioner. It was not the right pump, whatever it was out there, and so it's made our electric bill so cheap. It's crazy. It's very crazy because when we moved in, we talked to the guy, and he was saying how much his electric bill was, and I was like, oh my goodness, that's cheaper than the mountain's electric bill. Well, we moved in here and our electric bill was sky high, and I was like, oh my goodness. And I'm like, really? Is it that much more? And we have solar. We have a full roof full of solar. We have like the highest system. We have the tier, whatever it is, tier 3, tier 1, whatever it is. It's like a huge solar system. So I'm thinking, how are we paying for so much electricity when we have solar? It made no sense to me, but the numbers lined up. They said it. So now that the air is on, cooling the house, it's amazing. It is down to like fraction of what our electric bill is. So I'm just like, interesting. So I'm very thankful for that this year. It doesn't, having solar doesn't deplete your electric bill at all. You still have to pay. They only give you so much. It's crazy. We're grandfathered in, but I think this year was the cutoff where it's kind of crazy. I don't even know. I would never get solar. I would never get it if I had to pay for it. If I had to pay for those panels right now, forget it. They weren't even included in our house because it was one of those things at the end where it was a payment. And when we were signing our papers, they were trying to get us to take over the loan. Well, that was never discussed ever, like at all. That was not even known. So I was like, we are not paying for those. No, we were not. They were going to get us to pay those. They were really trying. So I had to talk to my realtor in North Carolina, trying to get legal advice from her. We went back and forth, and it was literally as we were signing the papers, literally. And I'm like, are you serious? So it worked out. The realtor or whoever they said absorbed the cost. But I was like, but if I had to pay the payment for the solar panels on top of my electric bill, I don't think it would be worth it. You would have to have those for, you'd have to live in this house for 20 years to make those solar panels worth it. You really would. You really, really would for the amount. So now in Florida, which is crazy because the sun everywhere, right? Sunny all the time. You think they benefit you, but now they don't give you 100% at all what you actually make. No, they don't. The electric company, they give you like a percentage. So every year it's going down how much they're going to give you, even though they're taking all of it. They're taking and using it. Like the electric company uses my solar. I give it to them. They only pay me a little bit, a very little bit. It's crazy. It is crazy. The only way to get around it is by getting your own batteries and backing it up yourself. That's it. That's the only way. It's like one of those scams of a lifetime. I feel like, you know what, I don't know. I could go on a rampage of scams of a lifetime. I think you could be surprised at what Amy thinks about and knows about and believes. Just a corrupt world we live in, people. I should start my own channel. It's something crazy, but no, this is not what my channel's about. The other side of things. So anyways, so happy. So that's the blinds. So we got to keep it dark in here so we can see things. So life is good. It's going amazing here. I'm excited. I've got, like, this is all we got left. We got a loaf and a half of bread. All those sub buns disappeared last night. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I know I have more meat. I haven't even looked yet, but I need to make more sub buns today. We're going to make more sub buns. What else are we going to make? I want to make breadsticks for dinner. I'm going to do a ham dinner. I have a very small ham. We got those carving hams at discount store. So I'm going to make a very small dinner of that. I'm going to make grandma's calico beans. I haven't made calico beans since Lauren. Lauren likes calico beans. My mom makes calico. I like calico beans. They are basically a mix of beans, like a baked beans flavor. You know what I mean? And so my mom would make them. They were so good, so good. But like, I make them for my kids. No, they didn't like them. They didn't, because they were little. They liked baked beans in a can. So I'm like, whatever. So then Lauren, she enjoyed that because she was like teenager. She liked flavors and different things. And so this next group I haven't made because you just give up making stuff. You're like, why am I making something different if they like it, right? So I think they might enjoy calico beans. So I'm going to make those today. We are going to make, what else? I want to do some pear jello. I haven't made that. I don't even think I made that for the last holiday Easter. I didn't make pear jello at all. It's like they didn't eat it the last time I made it. Nobody ate it. So I'm going to make a small version of that. See if they eat it. Strawberry pear jello. It's one of those things we used to make all the time. I think in my cookbook, it's labeled as Stephen's favorite because when I did my cookbook, he's like, I'm like, what do you like of Mama's food? And he's like, your jello. I'm like, that's it? And he's like, yeah, that's it. So he was like a young boy, jello. So I'm like, you're gonna be known as the jello liker. So I'm gonna do that today, make some mac and cheese, homemade mac and cheese. I've got a few things to do in the house. I do have a list to get done of things in the house. We're gonna have a great day. It's gonna be a good Friday. We're supposed to have sunshine for a little while. It's gonna rain again later, but for right now, life is good. It's good. I mean, it's good always, right? It is. I mean, it may not feel like it's good. I get you. I understand that. I mean, once it puts you in to make you feel like a whole lot of rotten going on around you. It is. Dark, dark world, corrupt government, all those bad things. But right here, no one can touch what's inside here. They can try. They can try. But what's inside here and what's inside your heart is God's. And God can keep you peaceful, calm, and focused on good things. He can. So, all right, let's get moving in here. I'm gonna get a washcloth that I have to fold. I didn't fold it. Let me get a washcloth so I can wash off my counters, and I gotta put dishes away. Let me get that. Okay, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get some sub buns going. So because I'm gonna do sub buns and breadsticks today. So let's get this going because I can do this. This can mix up, and I can let it sit and rise up while I'm doing something else. Because the kids, they'll probably want this for lunch today because it's really yummy. I don't want a great lunch. It was so good. You know what I did with mine? I took mine and I cooked burgers I gotta make sure I'm doing this right. I cooked burgers the other day when I did chicken, so I took and put Gouda cheese on mine and hamburger patties, and then I did like all the toppings. I had a little plate and I chopped up lettuce, onion, pickle, tomato, salt, and pepper in there, and some mild peppers. I put Miracle Whip, ketchup, mustard, and swirled it all together. It was so good. Oh my goodness, Brooke was like, this is like way better than Publix. The bread was so soft and delicious. Oh my goodness. These are a winner all around, all around. So very simple recipe. 2 cups hot water, 2 tablespoons of yeast, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and then your salt. I just mix that together for like 2 seconds. Salt, we're adding 1, 2, 3 things of salt, and then I'm gonna add a half a cup of oil. Whatever you have on hand. I just have this. I'm gonna be running out of it. Hold on. Today it's thicker. That's why I was like, oh, you don't. Sorry, I just literally use this. It's thicker today. Usually it's not. Usually it's kind of watery. So I'm doing a half a cup of coconut oil in there. So this, I'm gonna be doing breadsticks. Do we do oil? I don't even know if we do oil. Let me set this here. I'm gonna turn this on, and we're gonna add 5½ cups of flour in there. It's amazing. This is the best sub buns. The only reason I would buy sub buns if they were so ridiculously cheap at the discount store, and that would just be to make subs to freeze, because I can get them for like $2 and you get a gazillion of them, and that is worth it for a deal. So let's turn this on and add flour. I found that while that's mixing, I let it mix. You can throw all in at once, but sometimes you get a little bit more of a drier dough ball. If you got no time, throw it all in there. It'll do its thing. Sometimes I have to add a little bit of water to make it softer. Whatever you want, but I'm gonna kind of watch it, and as it mixes it up, I'll add a little bit more flour as I'm doing it. So while I'm doing that, I'm gonna put dishes away, because I got a whole dishwasher full. I only had like 3 dishes to wash in the sink, so it's good. Okay, while that's going, I'm gonna wipe off the counters. Okay, let's get on the breadsticks. I am gonna do 3 cups of warm water. And then this one is a little bit different. This is just 3, so do 1 cup. This is gonna be for like, say 8. I'm doing times 3. This is one thing every time I make it, they devour within like a little bit. So, but I'll have sub buns, there's bread, and there's this. There's plenty to eat. So do 1 cup of water, 1 thing of yeast. So I'm doing times 3. And then, oh, actually I just did, this must be a tablespoon. Hold on, a tablespoon. I just did that backwards. And then sugar, a teaspoon of sugar. So we need 3 of these. 1. All right. And the salt you are gonna need, I'm gonna need 3 of these, so just do 1. So I totally said that wrong, so it's 1 tablespoon of yeast. And then the oil. So we are doing 2, 4, 6 tablespoons, which is how many? 8 tablespoons is a cup. Half a cup, right? Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit, I'm just guessing here. It's not coming out, it's almost gone. Okay, now I'm gonna be adding, so normally you'd add 2½ cups. I'm gonna do 6 cups of flour. So I'm gonna turn this on, mix up, put my stuff away. All right, you ready to do 5,000 things at once? Here we go. This is fermenting. I have got eggs. We went shopping. I got new eggs. These are old eggs still. So I need to make something with them because the kids have been gone. They haven't been eating their breakfast because they've been having breakfast out. So I'm gonna do 2 of these full so I can make some deviled eggs. Those will get eaten up this weekend. So that's that. Okay. Then over here, I'm gonna make grandma's calico beans. I'm like looking through the recipe and I'm like, is anybody going to eat them? So you do a pound of ground beef in here. I didn't want to waste an entire package just in case it didn't get eaten, so I just kind of broke it up. This is probably almost half pound, 3/4 of a pound, and that's okay. So I'm just going to heat this up. It's already cooked, and so let me just heat that up in there, and then I'll add the rest. This is going to be for macaroni salad. I didn't have macaroni salad on the radar because I didn't plan for it, but I do have a cucumber in there. Greg likes ham and macaroni salad together, but I told my son I'm making small. I usually do a big one. He has it for lunch, but we're doing a small ham. It's just going to be small, so that's okay. So we're going to do what we can do, and then this is going to be mac and cheese. And then what I'm going to do over here for right now, I got water boiling. Let me get out of the microwave. All right, we're going to do I did some chat GPT here. So I don't have enough Jell-O that I normally add for my dessert because I bought it for something else. So I was like, you know what? So I did. This is great. I typed in what I needed for this recipe. So this was good because for this recipe, you take strawberry Jell-O, puree pears, and put that with it, and Cool Whip, and it makes a really good fruity dessert. We haven't, like I said, the last time I made it, which was probably over a year ago, it did not get eaten, and I was like, really? Where normally this gets devoured. So I'm like, let me make what I got, and we'll see how it rolls. If it doesn't get eaten anymore, maybe this group is out of Jell-O. So I did the recipe online, and I said, what do you do for this amount of Jell-O? So it just said half a cup of water to dissolve it. So I gotta let this cool a little bit, and then we'll puree the pears, and we'll add everything together. So this will be very good. And then I'm gonna cook everything in the oven today because I'll put the macaroni and cheese in there, I'll do the beans in there, all that good stuff, and the ham's already cooked, it just has to be heated. So I'm gonna do that obviously this afternoon. It's super early right now, but I wanna get everything ready because I like to have everything ready. You know how that works. So we'll let this sit for just a minute. I'll get out my blender because this is where you do everything in the blender, and we're doing good. So I'm thinking I will, you're supposed to put bacon in there. I'm gonna bacon by bacon bit. So I'm gonna put a little bit of bacon in here with the meat, just so it can kind of crisp up a little bit, and cook the noodles here for the macaroni salad. That was a lot in there, but that's the rest of those quote unquote healthy macaroni. They're okay. Greg's like, yeah, they're okay. But I found that if you cook them longer, like if I did things like the fettuccine was healthier too, if you kind of cook it and let it get soft, it doesn't really taste that bad. But I'll just have to make sure I do it a little longer. So do we do a huge thing of mac and cheese? Like huge? If I make it really good, which I can, right? I'm gonna have mac and cheese for the weekend. Okay. I know. But you can have mac and cheese for the weekend. It'll be a good treat to have. Not treat, but you know what I mean. I can do a lot of stuff with it. Okay, so this right here, I'm gonna add the bacon to. I'm just gonna add all of this in here. I didn't realize this is my spoon for my pasta. It's gonna get stuck here. This is the meat I got at the discount store, so it's nice and seasoned. There's lots of onion in there. I know you're supposed to put more onion in it, like fresh chopped up, but you know me, I'm gonna add some onion powder because we're gonna add some extra flavor. Grandma always souped hers up. I know she did. She had a whole spices cupboard. My dad was like, I think I need to go through Grandma's spices. She has so much stuff, and he doesn't cook. He doesn't like to cook. He just despises cooking. I'm like, that's okay, Dad. I'm like, you have earned your right to go buy whatever you want at the store. You don't have to worry about making anything. He just doesn't like to make anything, which is okay. I'm like, hey, it's good. Buy what you want. So, but Grandma has a lot of spices in there. Okay, so this I just have to kind of, a couple frozen pieces here. I'm gonna get that re-cooking here. Let that boil real well. It's bubbling? Not yet. Let's make sure we make really good mac and cheese. It smells really good. Okay, let me bring you over here and we'll mix it up in a bowl and then put it in a casserole dish. Okay, so now I'm gonna just mix my beans up. I'm gonna do the same pot that it was already mixed in. I was looking at a recipe because I copied her cookbook so I could pass it along to the girls after she passed, and I was like, Grandma was a super, you think I add things and doctor recipes and do them different? She did way better and way good on things. And so one thing I remember, lima beans, her adding that to the recipe. And then like she would always add a can of chili beans if she needed to be. So it was one of those things I'm like, Do I keep, I think she had like variations, but she didn't always document. Like I don't always document it either. My kids are like, Mom, you need to write these out so I can understand them. I'm like, I know. So what we do for this one here, let me get this here. I haven't grabbed a can of chili beans, but I think I'm gonna skip it because again, I'm gonna get stuck with 10,000 beans and no one's gonna like it but me. So what is in here? You got your beef. I've already cooked it with onion, put onion powder, all that in there, and then bacon. Then you're gonna add in a can of kidney beans drained, a can of butter beans drained. I am doing lima beans drained, and a can of pork and beans, not drained. And then you're gonna add half a cup of brown sugar, half a cup of ketchup, and a teaspoon of mustard, teaspoon of salt, and a tablespoon of vinegar. Takes me back to childhood. Now as a child, I did not like calico beans. Sorry. But I love them as adults, so this is good. That's really good. I'm like, that's perfect. The only difference, the can of beans, I didn't pay attention to the sizes. The baked beans was a bigger can. No big deal. I like the taste. When the kids like it, I'll let you know. All right, these are gonna be done right here. The eggs, let me get another batch in. Perfect, I used up all the eggs. I added some of that liquid too there because it was running out. Let me go get some casserole dishes for the macaroni. Okay, so for macaroni and cheese, we use a big can of canned cheddar cheese. I don't use all of it, but we'll use this as the creamy part of it. If you have access to, like, say, Velveeta cheese, I don't know if my kids, they probably eat the Velveeta flavor. I'm thinking they've had the box if they don't mind it. So what I'm gonna do is put that in here with shredded cheese. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper, and then I'm gonna add in a little bit of chicken bouillon. That's what we do, that's how we make ours. Mix it up. You wanna see, if you saw the milk, how much is in there, that's what you want because it makes it creamier that way. And then for the other one, Jensen's, I do, this is a Daya cheese, like cheddar cheese like that. Creamy canned, but it's in a packet. And then his Daya cheese, it makes very much the same, like he really likes it. So, and then I'm just gonna put, I never just put the lid on this, put this back in the refrigerator. I always put this in a container, but I'm gonna put it in there so I see it. We have a lot of those Tostito chips still from our discount store. We're trying to eat up the discount store food. I'm like, I'd like to go back again, but we still have a lot of chips. We still have things, so I'm like, we're gonna have nachos this week. That would be a good way to use up those chips. Those little bags of chips were awesome. I can get one bag, eat it with some guacamole, and there's still like too many chips in it. Like, it's like there's a whole lot in it. It was a great find. So I'm very thankful for that. So let's do that and make it delicious. I'm like, did I turn that on? I thought I turned it on. It must have not. Okay, let's add this stuff in here. Okay, we'll wash dishes in a minute. Let's get the next one rolling. So this is gonna be Jello pear salad. So into my blender, I'm gonna take an entire container of pears. I got the 29 ounce with the juice. We're gonna grind that up. I'm gonna save myself some work and put the Jello right in it. The 2 packages with a half a cup. Now I think of this amount and the, what did I buy? The heavy whipping cream. It was what, like, was it like $8? It was a lot, I know it was a lot. So I think the amount of this is definitely cheaper buying the fake stuff, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Pick your battles, people. Okay, let's mix this together. Okay, with that, there it is. pour into my nice little glass dish we never ever use. It's so small. But it will thicken up and it'll be a pear salad. If you want more jello, add more jello, but this will be like pear and jello mix. So yeah, in this I gotta get some plastic. I'm actually gonna keep these out because I feel like I'm gonna need them for something. All right, let's do the macaroni salad. All right, this is Grandma Sandy's macaroni salad. It is, we definitely do it different just based on, my husband's, I think, the only one in the household that likes this. Sometimes the kids will take some if they're feeling in the mood, but mostly it's Greg, and so it'd be his childhood favorite. Usually the original recipe is like green onion, or was the original recipe green onions? I don't know. We always did green onions, cucumber, and tomato, Miracle Whip, and salt and pepper. I feel like I'm stepping on a noodle. Maybe not, but we have just, over the years, I'm like, Greg always picks out the tomatoes, so he never eats them. So I'm like, why am I buying tomatoes? I'm like, why don't you just have cucumbers? So we have just opted to do that, and that's it. Very simple. Like I said, usually I make a big thing of this. It's very small. So this is gonna be good right here. So I'm looking at my list. So I have got my ham I just gotta get out, which is a carving ham. It'll just go on a pan in the oven. Jello, which is done. Macaroni and cheese is done. Calico beans are done. And then, what does that say? Small macaroni salad. Okay, and then I decided because I liked that key lime pie I made last week. Like, the more I had it, oh my goodness. The first day I made it, I was like, yeah, it's good. But the next day and the next day, wow, 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 absolutely love it. So I am gonna make key lime pie the same way I made it. I was gonna do a new one with, what's that stuff called? It's a little early. It's not really early. It is. The meringue. Remember I was going to do a meringue one? I've never had meringue. And so I don't know if it'll be amazing, but Christine on here, she's from this area. And she's like, don't do it. Don't do it. You'll just ruin it. So I'm like, okay, I won't. And you know what? The last pie I made was so good. It was so good. I would be afraid to have a pie authentically from the Key West because I really like my pie. Do you know what I mean? You know how that is? Where you like really like what you make, so you're like, is anybody's gonna even compare? You know what I mean? So I'm gonna make that. I made it, I think the last time the recipe was, what was it? Not cashews, macadamia nuts or something in the crust. I put cashews. Ugh, it was so good. So, I have graham crackers, right? I was just thinking, do I got graham crackers? I do. So then I have to make something for everybody else. I think there is some more chocolate eclair dessert, but I might do another pie. So I'm gonna have to look and see what I make for them. But is this dough already up? Wow, that's ready. Okay, I got stuff to do. Let me get the Miracle Whip in here. All right, I'm all about clean as you go. I haven't even cleaned any dishes right now. So I'm gonna do these real quick. Mark off my list. Sometimes seeing things is a good thing. So I've got my Jello done, mac and cheese done, calico beans are done, macaroni salad's done. I have a list of stuff to do still. The rest will get done. Okay. I didn't even write. Oh, breadsticks, yeah. Like, so I'll have to roll those up because they are getting, gonna be popping out of the pan in just a minute. But let me wash these real quick so I can get done. Okay, you know I'm a praiser of that egg maker. It does usually amazing. This one, the eggs are much older. Like I'm sure they're past their 2-month mark. They're not bad. You know a bad egg, trust me. You cut into it, you know it's bad. So most did all great. There was a few, but when it was in the steamer, I could see some like kind of cracked a little bit. So regardless, you can use them. Just cut a little bit bigger and then cut the top off smaller and then just grind it all up inside of there. Okay. I gotta get some breadsticks out. We gotta do that right now. So let's get, the dough is, this was the breadstick dough. Oh yeah, it's doughy. It's definitely definitely nice and squishy. Let me get my pan out, cover it with parchment paper. I'm gonna need a couple of them, and then parchment paper, change of life. I don't know why I've never used parchment paper. I know why, because it's one more thing to buy, and you're like, it costs money, so you never want to spend it. That would be why. And I'm like, I'll just use spray, and I did, but things stick, and then they're always like, oh, and I'm always scraping them off the bottom. So parchment paper is a life changer. So I know that there's reuse. So for you that are trying to save a buck, because I mean, I'm trying to save a buck too, but for the most part, I bought the big giant roll on at Sam's Club, and I've been using it for and I do a lot of baking, and I use it a lot. I would think even if I was even more frugal, I would save some of it and reuse it. I would, but I know my friend Carol, she got me a whole pack of sheets to put on my cookie sheet. I haven't even got to them yet because I'm still using this. So those are more just sheets, which will probably be a little bit easier and nicer besides like just rip and stuff. So, but this really is a game changer for those of you that are baking. I never, like I said, I'm all about like, let's cut. I'm all about spending too. Don't get me wrong, either one, but if I was like, I know back in the day, you'd say put in parchment paper, and I'm like, that just costs money. I don't want to spend one more thing that I have to spend money on because, you know, you gotta buy water and stuff. So this will be good, but it does really help. So it's like bread flour. You can do fine with making all your breads with regular flour, but when you buy the bread flour and spend a little bit more, game changer. So, you know what I mean? So let me get at my supplies. All right, so for mine, this is gonna be, look at that, it's just squishy, squishy. Look at all that. I'm gonna put a little bit of flour down just to make it a little bit less sticking to my countertop. Look at that. That's some good dough right there, people. Good dough. Wow, look at that. Okay. I used to have, now the people that do all the sourdough have those dough scrapers. I've had those for years, and then I used to use it in the sink. I don't know why I never used it to scrape my bowl. Like I saw somebody do that the other day, and I was like, that's genius. You know, like they're like half the size. I'm sure the dollar store sells them now. I'm gonna make a note to look up dough scrapers, and so that would get it completely out of that bowl. So I find if you let it soak a little bit, I can just kind of use my hands and get everything off. All right, so this is gonna be divided into, how do I say, 24 breadsticks. So we'll push it down, break it in half, and just roll it out. I'm not really worried about what size is the exact length. If you want to do that, go ahead. I never have been like having to worry about being uniform, unless it's doing it for a party or something like that. So I have found you can do long ones, you can do short ones, whatever. You want these to be exact, get yourself a scale, which I have over there to my left. I just have never used it for weighing the dough because that really is not a big deal to me. So basically, just roll them out, make them flat, and then roll them into like a snake. And then put them on your cookie sheet. I will, I don't care if mine are different sizes because I have different kids, and I know for myself sometimes I want a bigger one, sometimes I want a smaller one, so it doesn't really matter. It is all, I can guarantee you, before Monday, this will all be gone. I guarantee before tomorrow, most all will be gone, so it'll be good. Just keep rolling them out. I will learn that you do not need to make these perfect. If I'm making them for a party, I would, but any shape, it doesn't matter. These are gonna sit over here in the oven and rise. Let's get the bread dough. Some breads next. All right, so I'm gonna make my favorite dessert. Not make it. just saw the word macadamia. My favorite dessert is key lime pie. I baked that last week. Winner all around. So I'm doing it the way that I like it and how I made it the first time. It's so good. So if I make it a different way, I probably would be like, yeah. The only problem is I had 1 whole can of this. I need 2. Do you remember I used half of it for something? What was it this week? What did we make? I don't even remember what we made. Something I needed half of it for. What was it that we made sweetened condensed milk for? I don't even remember. Whatever it was, so I just did a quick Google and saw how you can make your own sweetened condensed milk. It's thinner, but it's warm, so I'm wondering if it will get, it's basically, I did a 1/4 cup of milk, 3 tablespoons of sugar, and some corn syrup. So maybe it'll thicken, I don't know. Gotta do what you gotta do. So this recipe is so good. It is 11 graham crackers. The crust makes it. Like, I feel like if you just had the filling, you'd be like, that's gross. I feel like this is the time my kids were gone when I had it, so they were kind of in and out. So of course they're not gonna want to try Mom's pie because, you know, why would we? We got all this delicious food. So this time around they might go, I'll have some, and then it'll be good. So what I did is I looked at one Sally's bacon. She had macadamia nuts in hers, and so I didn't have macadamia, but I had cashews. And cashews, I can tell you what, were so good in there. So I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna take, these are raw whole cashews. I'm gonna put 1/2 cup in there with 11 graham crackers. So we're gonna mix this up, grind up, and then I'll add the butter. You're gonna mix it with 5 tablespoons of butter. Okay, so you're gonna put this in the oven and bake it. You wanna kind of push it up on the sides because having a slice with the right amount of graham crackers, the right amount of whipped cream, makes all the difference, I think. So this time I left the nuts a little bit bigger. Will that matter? Somebody mentioned put coconut in here. Probably would be delicious. So I'm leaving it just like this. I had just turned my breadsticks on because they have to do their thing. So I just turned these on. They should take about 20 minutes. I don't know why I forget. I have another oven. Hello. In my head I'm like, I can't bake it. I don't even think to bake in there. I'm like, I gotta wait till the bread dough is done, the breadsticks, and I'm like, I have a small one. Just do a small one. Just don't turn it on high. I turn it on high right now. You turn it on high bake to preheat it, then you turn it down to low bake. So that is what I need to do. Look who joined me, Maxine. She finally came out here. She's a little tired today. I was like, usually she's at my feet, so that helped her to be relaxed. Right, Maxine? Unfortunately, it's gonna rain again today. So I've got my sweetened condensed milk in the freezer to kind of get cold. It's still warm. So I'm gonna put this in the oven here in just a minute. Let that heat up for just a minute. We'll put it in there. Hello, and then we'll mix this up. This is the Key West lime juice. This is I will get this again. This is on my list. So it's 2 containers, 2 cans of this, and a cup of the lime juice and 4 egg yolks. That's it. Just whisk it together. So I did Sally's Baking Diction. Hers is really good. But then looking on the back of the bottle, from this one, I think theirs, where's their recipe? They had 1 can of condensed milk and 3 egg yolks, and then half a cup. I guess I could have did it smaller. Yeah. So about the same, just a little bit more egg. So delicious. Oh, so good. I'm loving it. So we will just whisk all this together. I'll put this in the oven, bake it for 8 minutes, just till it gets a little firm. Then you pour the stuff in and put it back in the oven. And then, you know what? I was sitting here and I'm like, I was gonna make I'll make a chocolate pie. I'm like, I already made chocolate pudding once this week, and then I made the chocolate eclair dessert, and then I made the Twix. That's what I made. That was what I always used I was thinking, what do I use the sweetened condensed milk for? The Twix bars. I'm like, there's still a little bit here on the counter. I'm like, I'm not gonna make, no. Yeah, less. There's nothing wrong with making something you enjoy. Yes, no, there's not. Don't feel guilty. And then I've got my butter over here, and I put some garlic in it and Italian seasoning. And as soon as the breadsticks come out, I will butter those. That's gonna be delicious. It's all about this dessert. I'm telling you what, you don't even have to like key lime, because I have had it at Aldi, did not like it. I've had it at a restaurant. It came home and it sat, and I was kind of like, it was kind of thinner, like just not thicker. Where this, my recipe, Sally's Baking Addiction recipe, So good, so delicious. So yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. So this will go in the oven in just a few minutes. Looking at them like, is that going to make that much of a difference? It's thinner. If you look on a can of sweetened condensed milk, it just says milk and sugar. That's all they say they put in it. But I'm like, if you boil it for a certain amount of time, then it would get thicker is what I'm thinking. I just put it in the microwave like it said. So I was like, do I put all that in there? I just don't want it to be thinner. But I think with the 4 egg yolks, it'll be good, because this is, like I said, I think it'll be good. I think I'll be fine. So this is going to be in the oven. As soon as it comes out, I will pour that on top, and then I'll put it back in there, and you let it cook until it's not jiggly anymore. Breadsticks are good. I'm kind of switch back and forth between the top and the bottom, so some can brown, some cannot. All right, these breadsticks are nice and big. Usually a little bit smaller, so that's okay. I don't mind. I could do a lot smaller ones, but the big ones are good too. And then I get to get started on my day. I still have work to do today, which is a good thing. So I've got to do a little bit that I did not get done this week of my list of how did mom do. The microwave I left because last night they came home, everybody ate, and now there's like chili all over the microwave, and it was clean all week long, so I need to clean the microwave out. I was thinking, oh, I can get away with that, but they came home and had chili that exploded. I don't know, they must have spilled it, obviously. Some got spilled on the couch. Yes, that was wonderful. So that's okay, clean it. That's what the key is. It's like, you know what, I took the cushion, was able to come off. I used my Norwex powder on it. I put it in the washing machine, let it wash, and then I scrubbed it with my Norwex powder first, and I thought, you know, let me just put it in the washer. So I did, and it came right out, which is a really good thing. If you use dish soap on any kind of stains you got, it'll probably come out real good. So, okay, let's just keep working, and we'll start on our jobs. Okay, so the only thing I did, I washed the dishes I had here. My little sea beans, they are supposed to sit soak for 26 to 24 hours. They are so hard. Is it gonna hurt them to sit there longer? I changed the water out. I'm gonna see, I don't even know. We'll just have to see how it goes. Breadsticks are going. I just wanna make sure my key lime pie is good. That was one thing I do not wanna ruin. So when I poured it, a little bit poured over the edge of it. So will that get down inside of it? It may. Okay, so the only thing I need to do in here, I need to fold some towels. That was the only chore. Out here, I'm gonna straighten the couch, and then, like, why is that towel there? Hopefully nothing dirty, or hopefully not chilly. And put the cushion back on. And then I might just run the vacuum. I did clean out yesterday and put it back. I might just run the vacuum just to let it pick up little stuff on the floor. And I think we're good. The girls did they're gonna do like a, what is this called? Instead of a summer bucket list, like a bucket list thing, but they used to do it with Lauren all the time. They would do like a winter bucket list. It's, you know what, it's good. It's good when you see your older girls kind of doing what their older sister did. Do you know what I mean? Like, it goes in phases, obviously. Like, you know, Jaden's on her own. Brooklyn's, you know, pretty much an adult as well. And she is. And she's like, you know, they got their own money. They got their own thing. They do their thing. And it's just cute seeing how, like, what a blessing they are to their younger sibling. You know what I mean? Like, even Evan would always get the boys little things as treats. And so Jensen, he has always done that. He's always done that. At Christmas, he would ask for money just to get his little brother, like, special treats. And so, very, just kind-hearted kids. Just that's what they do. You know what I mean? And so, and the younger ones do the same thing, but it's just nice seeing the older ones reciprocate that. So I know Brooklyn, they went and got, they just started, they didn't fill it in. She said, well, we're not gonna do a summer bucket list because it's pretty much summer all year round here. So I'm like, very true. You could pretty much do the same thing all year round. So they're gonna do just a 2025 list. So they just started with this. And then drew that, and that was it. So they didn't get to finish it, but the girls have been gone all week. So, and Brooklyn's been working hard as well. She's doing very good at her job and doing amazing how God can just move. You know, it's like, if you don't take the traditional route of schooling, like, you know, going in debt, paying for college, nothing wrong with college. I've got a child that went to college and got her master's and does very well with that. every job is different. Not everything requires a degree at all. And so we do more of the unschooling approach. And if you would like to, sure, we'll get you set to go to college. But if not, it's amazing what you can do just in job training to be trained through things. And so I'm just like excited seeing, I was just talking to Brooklyn and what she's doing. And I said, isn't that crazy? Look at where you're at. You've literally started 2-3 months ago. No, it's been 6 months, I guess. 6 months ago. And I said, look at how you're already like going and doing amazing and getting trained and doing so good. And she's like, I know, I was talking to another person and they had gone to college to learn what she's learning for free. And I mean, obviously she's working for it too. I'm like, exactly, on the job training. That's just awesome. So it's just great seeing kids like figure out what they're going to do. You know what I mean? Because I don't know. We'll see what the Lord does with all of them, but it's just really cool. So it makes a mama's heart like, look at how awesome that is. So all good things. Okay, so I got to put cushion in here, fold some towels, and then keep my eye on the breadsticks in there, straight to the couch, and run the vacuum. Cushions are not like pillows where they slide in. That cushion does not, foam does not want to slide in. I'm like, oh my goodness. Okay, so this is good. I'm like thinking, this is not for all the towels. I'm sure they'll have a whole buckets of laundry they'll bring down today. Everybody's stuff from the week. But for the most part, actually, probably not too much because we've actually done their laundry every day because they had to wear the same thing. So this is good. I'm like, that cushion, I'm like, it'll never be the same ever. That corner, the key would be to probably put that corner in first, then pull it on, and then do the rest. But it's okay. It's life with kids. That's what you get with it too. So that's at least the chili is off of there. So it'll be me getting this done here, and then I gotta go keep doing my breadsticks. They're not done yet. They're almost there. Put a few towels away. I was gonna dust, but you know what? There's not a whole lot to. It's just not that dusty. So why go and wipe a rag or something to pretend I'm dusting when it's not even necessary? You know what I mean? I do have to change the vents though for the filters for the air conditioner. That's something I know I have to do. So I'm gonna do that today. And then I saw a bug. Greg said he saw a spider the other day in the bathroom, and I was like, oh, it's no big deal. It's just a spider. And he's like, well, I can spray. And I'm like, oh wait, we bought our spray stuff. Sorry. We bought our spray stuff, but then it's been raining, so I didn't want to waste it putting it outside because you just spray the whole yard. And so, but then last night, and it's no big deal because I know that it'll eventually stop. What did I even do here? I don't even know. But this morning I came out and there was one of those palmetto bugs walking across the floor, and I was like, done. Greg's like, I told you there was bugs. I'm like, yeah, but I gotta see them, and when I see them, it's time to spray. So I'm going to. It's gonna rain again, but I think I'm just gonna spray. Like, I'm not worried about them being in the house. Like, my house is not infested, but they do come in through the doors. And so I'm going to take and spray around the house, do the doors, break around the porch area, basically, and the front one and the door and the garage for now. And then, Greg, if it stops raining, we can do the whole everything. So it's just so wet and rainy. So bugs like that. They like water. It's nice for a drought, not for, like, the grass and stuff and trees, but it works amazing because you have no bugs. So it's all good. I love this stuff. It's amazing, the smell. I love it. So I'm gonna refresh my sofa. The kids will be on it. All right, I put the curtain down because it's a little toasty in here. I'm already feeling it. I mean, I'm using the oven too, but anything to help cut back on the amount of heat you put in the house. And since you're already using your oven, because I'm gonna have to cook dinner in here too, I'll do that as well. Okay, still the breadsticks are almost there. Okay, I got these out of the oven, totally didn't film. I gotta use this in my bedroom here. I'm just gonna take and put, this is butter, garlic, and Italian seasoning on it. That's it. And these are delicious. I'll put them in a plastic container. I can already smell the deliciousness. Like, do you remember buying these at the store? Like I said, I don't even do they even sell. I'm sure they still sell breadsticks. You used to get it in the bakery, like where they used to make them. They were in a bag, and then you'd heat them up. You put butter on it just like this. But look at, we're doing it ourselves. And you can see I'm not a perfectionist at putting them out. It was very simple. I didn't even care to form them properly, and they still turned out amazing. I could put some of this on the bread as well. I put the sub buns in. They will go in here. They're gonna be hot, so I will just do it. They look like a bone, but who cares? Like I said, they're delicious. Kind of separate a little bit. Cool. So good. So good. You want to melt in your mouth, butter, delicious right here. Oh, it's just hot. Let them cool for a few minutes. You could just get a fork out, that would help. No big deal if you separate them, put them out, but I didn't, so just pull them apart. Awesome, 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 awesome. Okay, came in my bedroom here. There's Maxine. She's like, are you leaving me alone today? I know, she keeps coming out and then she keeps coming back. She's so tired, I just know, it's so bad. I'm cleaning off, right here, I've got food right here and here. This right here is Norwex powder and water. Someone mentioned that you have to wash it off because it's laundry detergent, but it's such a concentrated amount, like it's not a big deal to not do that. So this literally takes off everything. I don't even know. I think I was eating it here yesterday. It was me. This one's my fault. That one up there was a child. This is some tomato-y mixture, like, I'm sure it was like mustardy. Look at that. It just comes right off. Oh, right here too. Okay, perfect. That's all I had to do. Sorry, Maxine. I'll let you sleep. She's like, thanks, mommy. I'm sorry. Good thing is kids are home today, so they will definitely lay with her. All right, something you have to do is change your air conditioning. The house vents mounts, I had on it every 3 months, good to go. Here, I think I forgot last time and it was a long time. So I know I need to do changes because Greg had fixed it. The filters were new. That was a couple months ago, wasn't it? I feel like it was. So I need to take this one down, put a new one in. Okay, that was like a mess. That was a mess. I was like, oh my goodness, there's like dust things everywhere falling on me. I'm like, that was yuck. So I say there's no dust in my house. It's because it's all sucked up to that vent up there. So, yay. Thankfully, the other one is literally on the floor by the girls' Brooklyn's room, so it won't be a big deal to clean up, but I'm sure I'll have to get the, I was going to use that wand, but I feel like that little, I was cleaning yesterday, I saw a little brush in my, under my sink. I'm like, that will work. It needs like a, if you just had a hand broom to get inside there, because, or even a blower, which I don't have, but Jensen has them. I just don't know where they are at this exact second. So no big deal. Okay, that's done. I'm gonna have to go up and do the one in the girls' room, or by the girls' room, the hallway basically upstairs. So let's go do that. I'm gonna turn the vacuum on and have it clean this floor first. I'm pretty sure I went to film both those rooms, which you don't even know what I'm talking about probably because it didn't even film. I went to put the vent on and I looked at the camera and it was off, and then I was like, did it just shut off? So then I went and did the girls' bathroom, their vent, because the what is that thing, the exhaust fan was covered. I noticed the other day it was really covered when I was cleaning. I'm like, I need to wipe that off. So their vent, the wall outside, I say the girls, it's the boys too, it's upstairs. That vent was not dirty. Like the one down here was really dirty. That one was not bad at all cleaning it. Last time I did, it was really dirty. So they must be doing a really good job of cleaning, which is nice. And but their vent was really dusty, so I wiped that off. So I just turned the vacuum on and I'm like, the battery died again. And I'm like, I think it's just the battery. So I don't think you got any of that, which I apologize. So what I'm doing now, okay, I came down to things beeping and I gotta let Maxine out. I turned the vacuum on, had it go back there Maxine's ready. You want to go outside for a minute? You go outside because I'm gonna spray our bugs and I don't want her out by that. Okay, so the bread, this came out. This came out too. I let it cook a little bit because it was looking a little not set up. I think that was what I was afraid it was gonna do. It's got that little bit of a jiggle to it. So it says when the middle's not jiggly, so I'm like, but the outside is browning. So I'm like, do I let it keep going? Last time it turned out so perfect, so I'm not sure. The temperature internal is good. I just feel like it's not thickening, but you know what? I'm gonna actually put it back in the big one. I just shut the oven off, so it's not like it's been on for a long time. I don't know. I'm gonna ruin it. I put it in the small one, and I didn't have the right milk, so it's gonna be my own fault, that's all. What are you gonna do? That's all. So I'm gonna get Maxine go out, let her come back in, and then I'll spray for bugs. Okay, I just got a phone call from our power company. Listen to this.
An important message from our drone team. We will be conducting maintenance assessments of the power lines in your area using drones over the next 1 to 5 days. We pledge to work safely and respectfully in your community. The assessments will be conducted by licensed drone pilots contracted by FPL and will follow all FAA privacy and flight regulations.
Is that crazy? Yeah, I don't know. Again, I think a whole sidekick of what you guys don't know about Amy, but that's crazy. Wow. Okay, very good. Okay, I'm gonna go into my garage. I'm not gonna show that because it's a tight squeeze. My car's in there, there's not much room. I'm gonna spray around the door with the bug spray to get everything out of there. Hopefully out of there. Makes it barking away like, let me out there. I can't let you out just yet, hold on. I'm letting some of the water out of the pool because it's too full. The skimmer won't work, so just give it a minute. Okay, the ham, this is the ham. It's a carver ham from Sam's Club. Very small. I'm gonna put this in a pan here. These are gonna go in the oven and to heat up for dinner. This, I'm like, it's gotta be, you have to have the sweet condensed milk. So we're poured over the edge a little bit. That part got a little, like, you can see it got a little browner. So it will be all, because it's cooked long enough, but it's gonna be, you have to have that milk. So I can learn, I'll go buy more ingredients. That's not a problem with this. So I'm gonna put the ham in here, cover with foil. That can go in the oven. The vacuum doing its thing. I spray for bugs. What else do I have to do today? Let me consult my list. That was the other random job I wanted to do, was wash that vacuum out because I used it, but it's very clean. The filter wasn't even that bad. Like, we do it at least once a month. Maybe I can cut back on how much we clean that out. Well, I say that and then it'll get really overdone. So that's good. I'm gonna go put that outside so it can dry in the hot sun while it's hot and the vacuum's doing its thing. I gotta do my deviled eggs. That's something else I gotta do for dinner. All right, they're here to clean my fence. So they're out back cleaning, getting that done, which is good. I was just out there, so I'm glad I got my stuff done. So I'm gonna do the deviled eggs that I do have. And because I was just like, what else do I have to do? Just gotta heat everything up tonight. Easy. And my work is done. Like, my list, like, I did everything. I lost a pink pencil. I gotta find that. I did write down to clean my car, but it's so hot. It's so hot. It's so hot, I don't even care. Like, I don't care that there's little pieces of dog hair because I take Maxine with me. Or it's not that dirty. It's not like it's a really big inconvenience. So when I care about it, that's when I'll do it. But for my major, let's see. Pause that. So for my main list here, oh, the microwave. That was what I was supposed to do. Clean the robot. The robot is done upstairs. The corded vacuum done. I just didn't dust, but it's not that big of a deal. Microwave. Okay, see, that's why the list is here. So let me clean the microwave out after this. Okay, I don't think I've ever had not enough filling, ever. Like ever. I always have too much. This had like a chunk of the yolk, so I'm just gonna put these two together and eat these. This will work, yeah. I don't think I've ever always had way too much. I'm always like going back and plopping. All right, they're spraying that fence. Can't be good. I don't even know. I watched the, he was in the, I saw him at the neighbor's. He was like, he'd spray, he'd walk back in the yard and like cover his, wipe his face with a cloth. I'm like, I don't even know what chemicals you're putting on there. It's just crazy. I just can't be good. So they're spraying some caustic something. And then they're, yeah, he's like wiping his face. That's not good. The stuff will do for crazy. All right, and they sprayed off and then it'll be done and then my backyard will be clean, which will be nice. We just gotta do the side ones, but they do the back ones, which is good. Fun. I'm like good to go. I'm waiting my pie. I love my key lime pie. It's like a little more tingy. Looks a little tan color. I'm like, I know I overcooked it. Did it ruin it? I don't know. It just doesn't look. It wasn't green to begin with because I didn't put lime, like anything in it. You put green food coloring, it's white because it's just clear if you don't put any chemicals. But we'll see. You gotta let it cool and try it. So, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know I'm so impatient. So what I did, I'm like, let me kind of piece the pie out and put it in the refrigerator and let it cool real quick so I can try it. So I cut it, and as I'm cutting it, the other one is like sliding into it because it's not set up yet. So I picked it up and put it back inside there because I didn't want all the inside to go. I think it tastes good. The flavor is there. So I feel like I'm confident for the flavor. It's just the texture. I'm gonna need it to get solid. So if I put it in the refrigerator and it sets up, will it do it? I hope so. I'm gonna be hopeful. Hopeful because the texture reminds me more of like when I bought it at the restaurant one time and I was like, it's okay. It's just not like my favorite. So we will let it cool, we'll let it sit all day in the refrigerator and be good to go. So I gotta do the microwave stuff. So it's been an amazing, it's like, look how early it is. It's early. This is so good. I'm enjoying what I got done today. So my list is complete. They even came and cleaned my fence and now my yard is clean. I don't have to worry about that. And that's a good thing. So all I'm gonna do is tonight, I think I'm gonna stop here because you know why? My kids are gonna be coming down. They're sleeping in because that's been a long week for them. And then they can make poor boy subs for lunch. I've got the bread here. I did show them. There's like stuff everywhere. The poor boy subs, I put some of that buttery garlic stuff on top. I know they'll love it. Here's some crackers to eat up. This is regular bread. These will be the delicious breadsticks we can have for dinner tonight. We'll do the ham. I'll show you all of that like right here. The ham, the calico beans, macaroni and cheese, the pear salad, and the eggs, right? Is that all we got? And the key lime pie, we'll hope. And if it doesn't turn out, then I know it's because I added that extra milk. And I have to, in my head, think that's probably what's gonna make it not get thick. But again, maybe it will. I just think the last time I cooked it, and I was like, okay, I'll just leave it, it'll be fine. And then this one I was like, well, I need to cook it a little bit longer. It's all good. I'll go to the store and go get myself some more key lime juice. So it's been a good day today. It's Friday, it's done. My afternoon is gonna consist of, wait till my back piece is dry. I am going to edit today's video. I'm gonna get a swim in today. I'm gonna sit and read my Bible today because I feel like I need to do that today. And it's just gonna be a good afternoon, spend some time with kids. And you know what? Next week's a whole nother week. So it's been good. Has your week been good? My week's been, it's been long. It's been a long week. I'm glad at the end of the week here I didn't have as much to do because I was like, wow, there's a lot to do all the time. Think tiny house when you retire. It's all good. I know. It's just, that was a lot in the beginning there. So, all right. So you have a fantastic rest of your day. Have an amazing weekend. If you need some encouragement, come back on Saturday and Sunday for some encouragement. And then I will see you again next week. We got to do something. We got to do some more stuff. So, all right. I'll see you. Bye.